Michelle upset food at WH wasn't free and Jarrett won't accept Trump, they regret it. Good buddies Michelle Obama and Valerie Jarrett are complaining to Americans. Michelle Obama whined about her stay at the White House, claiming she was very shocked and upset that the food wasn't free. Michelle also lamented about the help at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Her sometimes housemate Valerie Jarrett added she still hasn't accepted Donald Trump as our duly elected president. Well, they were made to regret it. Don't miss this. Michelle Obama has been traveling all over the country hyping her memoir Becoming, and much of what she says doesn't make the news, especially if it makes her look bad. Now, it's just coming to light that when she launched her book tour with her good friend Oprah Winfrey acting as the interviewer, the former First Lady was caught off guard about her time at the White House. Oprah asked Michelle to describe the White House living arrangements. The 55-year-old Obama said the two top floors are private and are strictly for the use of the first family. She goes on to describe how she would take the elevator to those upper floors and there would appear an older black man who worked there for decades. Oprah asked, "Is he inside the residence waiting there with a glass of refreshment?" Michelle paused and said, "No, no." "Well, you could have them, the waitstaff, do that too. I never thought of that until now." Michelle looked out at the audience for a laugh, but the arrogance was so thick even her biggest fans can only muster a meager moan. "Well, at any time of the day or night can you just say I'd like some refreshments?" asked Oprah. "Well, you know you can," Michelle said. "But then you realize, I write about this, that you pay for it. Right? So they tell you you can order anything, and they listen very carefully. And everyone listens carefully to what the president says." Then, Michelle relates how she was so shocked and upset at having to pay for the food that she made sure Barack wouldn't cost them too much. "I used to tell Barack, don't say you want something because like then we'd have thousands of it. You know? And then we're paying for it. It was a shock if he said he liked some rare fish, and then we get the bill at the end of the month. Like they flew the fish in from China? Well, that fish wasn't that good," Michelle whined at the crowd. It really is pathetic when you think about it. By all accounts, the White House staff are great people who take it very seriously and solemnly they are serving America by taking care of the first family. The Obamas' net worth when they took office was $3 million, and today it is $40 million. Michelle sure didn't have a problem with taking vacations paid for by the taxpayers while she was the First Lady. And what about her close friend and confidant Valerie Jarrett? Well, the woman who was known as Barack's right-hand woman during his presidency is also whining, but she is targeting President Trump. Valerie Jarrett, a senior White House advisor to former President Barack Obama, writes in her new book that she still hasn't accepted President Trump won the 2016 election, reports the Washington Examiner. "Since the night Donald Trump became President of the United States, I've been going through the 5 stages of grief, sometimes all 5 in the same day," Jarrett writes in Finding My Voice, My Journey to the West Wing and the Path Forward. "In the beginning, denial and anger were high on the list. I still haven't embraced acceptance," she writes. Jarrett said that Trump's unexpected victory against Hillary Clinton felt like a punch to the stomach. "Obviously we were surprised by the outcome of the election. It kind of was like I'm not sure what the right analogy would be, but like a punch in the stomach, let's say. Soul-crushing might be another description," Jarrett said. Well, of course, Valerie Jarrett ended up on the Trump hate fest show called The View where she plugged her new book that no one with common sense will read. There, she doubled down by attacking the Trump administration over this bogus security clearance debacle the Democrats are trying to make a huge deal out of. "No, we didn't override security clearances," Valerie Jarrett says on The View. "They were for a purpose, they were there for a reason. We need as much transparency as possible. Thank goodness for whistleblowers." No, it was Valerie and the Obama administration, who just attempted to get away with a coup by illegally spying on the opposition party. It was under Obama and Jarrett that the CIA, FBI, and DOJ were weaponized by filling out FISA warrants backed by a salacious bought and paid for dirty Russian dossier as their so-called evidence to stage a coup against President Donald Trump. It doesn't matter how many times Michelle Obama or Valerie Jarrett try to push themselves off as two patriotic American women who served this country. The American people know the truth about their dirty deeds and selfish ways. In the end, history will find the Obama administration as one of the most corrupt and evil this nation has ever seen.